For thousands of years, stories have told of secret schools hidden beneath the temples and stone passageways, places where pharaohs and high priests prepared for something far greater than ruling on earth. They were trained to walk in the realm of the gods. But what really happened inside these hidden chambers? What kind of knowledge was so dangerous it had to be locked away in stone? The Egyptians knew that the human mind could be influenced not only by what it saw, but by what it heard, and more importantly, by what it felt. Sound was one of their most powerful tools. In the quiet halls of their temples, priests used deep, resonant chants that would roll through the stone walls and echo in long, vibrating waves. These vibrations were felt in the chest, in the bones, even in the skull. Modern science has confirmed something remarkable. Certain sound frequencies, such as 432 Hz and 528 Hz, can create strong resonance in both air and solid matter. They can cause water to ripple, stone to hum, and even influence brain activity. Scientists today call this brainwave entrainment, a process where sound gently guides the brain into specific states: deep relaxation, dreamlike imagery, or intense focus. For the ancient Egyptians, reaching these states may have been the entire point. They were creating a controlled environment where the mind could shift into a higher state of awareness. In modern terms, this is similar to meditation, breathwork, or certain sound therapies used today to lower stress, sharpen focus, or even trigger vivid mental visions. The Egyptians believed that in these states, a person could more easily receive messages from their own higher self, from the spirits of the dead, or even from divine beings, and the way they did it was truly incredible. Archaeologists and acoustic engineers studying ancient temples, such as the Temple of Hathor at Dendera and the Great Pyramid's King's Chamber, have found that their architecture naturally amplifies certain sound frequencies. The chambers act almost like musical instruments, turning a single voice or drum beat into a deep, rolling vibration that seems to come from all directions at once. Many believe this was their method for reaching a higher vibrating state, a condition where the body is calm, but the mind feels open and expansive, as if tuned to a different channel. Today, people try to achieve this through meditation, sound baths, or special breathing techniques. In ancient Egypt, the temples themselves were the instruments, and the priests were the conductors. Some researchers suggest that in this heightened state, the Egyptians believed they could communicate with beings not from our world, what we might today call extraterrestrials. This could, they argue, explain why Egypt seems so advanced for its time, with knowledge of astronomy, engineering, and medicine that feels centuries ahead. Others believe the voices they sought were not alien, but ancient, coming from civilizations long vanished, for example, Atlantis. According to this theory, the Egyptians inherited fragments of wisdom from a people who lived before the great floods, carrying forward their understanding of the stars, sacred geometry, and spiritual science. Whether you believe in otherworldly visitors or forgotten civilizations, there's a good chance that sound was their bridge, the key to shifting consciousness and opening doors to realms beyond the ordinary senses. Some believe that those who succeeded here were invited to attempt something far more dangerous, rehearsing their own death. And where would this take place? Most of you can probably guess. The King's Chamber, hidden deep within the heart of the Great Pyramid of Giza, was first entered in modern times in the early 19th century, when explorers forced their way through ancient passageways blocked for centuries. It sits at the very center of the pyramid structure, perfectly aligned on the north-south axis, and is constructed entirely of massive granite blocks, some weighing over 70 tons. The room measures roughly 10.5 meters by 5.2 meters, with a height of about 5.8 meters. At first, scholars assumed it was simply a burial chamber for Pharaoh Khufu, the pyramid's builder. Yet no treasures, no mummies, and none of the usual signs of a royal burial were ever found there. This fact has led many to wonder whether its true purpose was something far different from what history books tell us. But recent acoustic studies have revealed something remarkable. When someone makes a sound in the king's chamber, even just a hum, the room itself starts to sing back at a special low tone, about 117 times per second. For a stone room this big, that's surprisingly high, and it's very close to vibrations that many people today think can be good for the mind and body. This happens because the granite walls are very dense, and the shape of the room makes the sound bounce in a special way. These kinds of tones are known today to sometimes affect how the brain works and how we feel. Such findings give weight to long-standing theories that the space was designed not only for physical functions, but also for experiences meant to affect the mind, suggesting the ancient builders understood properties of sound and stone that modern science is only now beginning to confirm. And on top of that, the Great Pyramid was not placed at random. Its alignment and proportions reveal a deep understanding of mathematics, astronomy, and the natural world. The structure is oriented to true north, with an error margin of less than 0.05 degrees, a feat that even modern builders find challenging without advanced tools. This accuracy suggests they were using methods far beyond simple sightlines, possibly relying on precise astronomical observations of the stars. Many researchers have noted that the three main pyramids mirror the positions of the stars in Orion's belt. In ancient Egyptian belief, Orion was linked to Osiris, the god of the afterlife. Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky, was associated with the goddess Isis. The rising of Sirius each year marked the flooding of the Nile, an event critical for agriculture. By aligning their monuments with these celestial markers, the Egyptians not only honored their gods, but may have synchronized their architecture with natural cycles. Sacred geometry played a key role in their designs. Ratios like the golden section, 1 to 1.618, appear in the pyramid's dimensions, as do proportional relationships found in the Ankh, the ancient symbol of life. These ratios reflect patterns found in nature, from seashell spirals to the way plants grow, and it doesn't stop there. The pyramid texts, some of the oldest religious writings on Earth, describe the pharaoh's journey to the stars, using the pyramid as a kind of cosmic launch point. Scholars have also found that the Egyptians understood the precession of the equinoxes, a slow shift in the Earth's axis that changes the position of the stars over thousands of years. This knowledge would have required centuries of careful observation. Beyond astronomy, their mastery extended into engineering and material science. The precision cutting of multi-ton limestone and granite blocks, the transport of these stones from quarries miles away, and the seamless fitting of each piece, all without mortar, remain astonishing. They also demonstrated advanced hydrological knowledge. Some theories suggest the internal shafts and passages of the pyramids could have interacted with groundwater to generate energy or sound, creating an environment for altered states of consciousness. While still debated, this aligns with their apparent use of acoustic resonance in other temples, such as the Temple of Hathor at Dendera. Mathematics underpinned all of these achievements. They calculated slopes, volumes, and alignments with remarkable accuracy. Some measurements in the Great Pyramid correspond to the Earth's circumference and the length of the solar year when converted into certain units, leading to speculation that they held a level of geodetic knowledge that would not appear again for millennia. And because of all this, it really seems like the ancient Egyptians did nothing by accident. Suddenly, the idea that advanced consciousness techniques were once widely practiced doesn't seem so far-fetched. But you're probably wondering, why can't we say for sure that such practices and secret knowledge really existed and came from the ancient Egyptians? Well, many believe the answer lies in the Book of Thoth. Ancient writings describe this book as a record of the highest knowledge, teachings said to grant mastery over cosmic cycles, the hidden forces of nature, and even the powers of the human mind. The story goes that only the most disciplined and morally pure initiates could study it, because one mistake in its application could destroy not only the practitioner, but everyone around them. By the 19th and 20th centuries, occultists and members of the Theosophical movement began to weave their own theories around the book. They claimed the original text may have been deliberately hidden or destroyed, perhaps by Egypt's own priesthood, or later by Greek, Roman, or even church authorities to prevent its secrets from spreading. According to them, this was protection against knowledge that could lift humanity to higher states of consciousness or plunge it into chaos. Some researchers and writers suggest that parts of this knowledge may have survived in fragments, preserved in the Egyptian Book of the Dead, while the rest was lost through intentional destruction or passed down only in secret circles. If true, it means that the most powerful chapters of Egypt's wisdom never reached the public. So, what do you think? Did the ancient Egyptians truly master a hidden spiritual technology, a way to shape the mind, body, and soul to reach higher states of being? Or have we only uncovered fragments of a far greater system, now lost to time? Whatever the answer, maybe one day we'll unlock the full extent of their knowledge. But until then, we can only wonder, do we truly deserve to call ourselves an advanced civilization, when all signs suggest they may have been far ahead of us?